Hey, Maywood teachers, it's Miss Gath, Michelle, your librarian here. I just want to show you a resource. I've used edublogs, edublogs.org. I'll put a link to it in a minute. I used it for my students to have conversations about different articles that I assign them. I'm going to show you how it works. This is our blog that we have for the library practice students. They recently read an article called "Has a Smartphone Destroyed a Generation?" I added a link for the article here, as well as some pre-reading questions. I also had them chunk the reading, and there were various posts that they had to answer these questions. They also had to have dialogue between each other. Basically, they would write a response. So I'm gonna scroll down here. So this is someone's response. And then they had to ask each other questions about their own posts. I also asked kids questions, and then they would respond back to their classmates' questions. So it ended up being more of a dialogue between the kids. I told the kids that they had to ask at least 2 to 3 people questions, and then they had to answer each student. So if somebody got 3 kids, they had to respond to all 3. If they got more than 3 kids, I still just made them respond to 3. I know you guys have bigger classes, so maybe they just respond to 1 or 2 people. On the teacher side of it, this is how you would see it. So it tells you the name of the student. That's based on how they set up their account with their school email, and then their comment. I usually had them write like 100 to 150 words, and that way it wasn't too long, but I could still see that there was an understanding. You can also see here that it has a timestamp on it. So if you're having students do it by a certain deadline, then you know when they did it. The only thing that kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's frustrating or whatever, but you'll get an email through, if you're using your LAOSD account, you'll get an email every single time a kid posts. And so your inbox might get a little full, so just be aware of that. But I recommend using it. It's a great tool, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you later. If you guys need any help, let me know. Bye.